सजना विता
Simplicity, acceptance, and passion are the elemental drivers for propelling the direction of our lives. Our journey traveled so far is often the witness of who we have been and who we aspire to be. Along the way, we inspire many around us, like a guiding star, sometimes like a mentor, or maybe like someone whose stories are familiar yet powerful to let us stay close to our dreams. I am delighted to welcome one of our Vitan members from BIT Sindri and an alumnus of IIM Lucknow. Let us know Kundan Anil. Anil, let me begin with you. Let us know briefly about yourself, a few bits of you that makes you feel empowered.
Oh, thank you so much, ma'am. Hello, Shweta ma'am. Hello, Anand sir. Hello, Prerna. I hope you all are doing well. And thanks for inviting me to this panel discussion. I feel really glad to share same panel with you, Prerna and Anand sir. So, to introduce myself, I am Anil Kumar, working as a India Revenue Lead for Amagi Corporation, which is a US-based company and which is largest in providing end-to-end cloud-based services to broadcast TV and OTT platforms. So I have done MBA from IIM Lucknow. I was in the literary society of IIM Lucknow called 42 and dramatics club of IIM Lucknow called Abhivekti. We had organized a lot of literary events there and I was fortunate enough to host almost all of them. Before that, I was working in the IT industry. I have done BTech in electrical engineering from BIT Sindri, and I was also in Sarjana family, which we all have been a part of since our first year of engineering. And I feel very blessed, and it is important to mention how much proud I feel to be associated with Sarjana, which is not only a club, but has been a family to all of us. It won't be wrong to say that life would have been completely different were I not a part of this family. So I'm also a poet, sketch artist, a host, a calligrapher, and a person who loves to travel. So if I have to explain myself in a शायरी, it would be अभी तलक तो न कुंदन हुए न राख हुए, अभी तलक तो न कुंदन हुए न राख हुए, हम अपनी आग में रोज जलकर देखते हैं. Thank you.
Thank you, Anil, for such a wonderful introduction. This brings me to the next part of the discussion, and frankly speaking, this is one of the most special moments that I usually share whenever we talk and conversate with our members. What has been your journey? Starting from the boy who was in an engineering college and passing out, you steered the direction of your life. How much have you evolved as a personality from then? Would you like to share something on this?
Sure, ma'am. So I think that's a very beautiful question because it takes me to the memory lane of my childhood and also to the BIT life. So maybe I would like to start by talking about my childhood days. So I come from a village background, and it would be not wrong to say that I was the first person who went for boarding, and that was a life-changing moment for me. And when I went to boarding, I used to miss my home a lot because I was the youngest kid there. So that was the time when my librarian took notice of me, and he started giving me some books to read. And I was very much involved with being on stage singing. I was a good singer, so being on stage singing and also giving speeches, reciting something. So that was the time when that was the transition phase for me, going into the boarding life, and that brought me into the world of literature. But that was just an initial start because I was not too much into literature. I used to read those uh, comics book, or Ruskin Bond books, or a few other books. So I was not very much into literature, but yes, it gave me a start. So when I talk about BIT life, I would say that I was such a careless person. Just like Anand sir was telling, I was very careless person who never took anything seriously. But getting inducted into Sarjana after rigorous rounds was like a victory to me. Victory to me. I was like, I have achieved something very big. That now I am a part of Sarjana family. And now when I think about it, I think I was right. Joining Sarjana changed everything for me. It brought literature into my life, and it brought me to the world of Hindi literature, Urdu literature, and also uh, English literature, because I was selected through English language. So coming into Sarjana changed a lot of things. It actually gave me a purpose. We tell that literature gives us a purpose, so it actually gave me a purpose. Sitting in Sarjana room with such intelligent toppers, GTs, BTs, and also such literate people, vibrant people, and being surrounded by books, I got to understand what exactly I wanted to do in my life. And I'm not sure how much a responsible man I was when I was in Sarjana, but whatever responsible I am today, I think Sarjana plays major role in it.
So while we are on this topic of talking about commons, we all started with being a carefree and careless person, and now here we are taking on bigger responsibilities. So let me just push both of you towards the another common association with Sarjana, which already you have. So, what is the place of Sarjana in your life? Any life changing moment or any particular experience that you would like to share? Starting with Anil.
Sure, ma'am. So, not just one, there will be many experiences, but I would like to talk about one experience. So, but before that experience, I'll keep it this way, that discussion of anything is, incomplete without literature and Sarjana. So, wherever I go, people appreciate me for my literature, for my, suggestions, book suggestions, or for my poetry recitation. So, they asked me, how come into literature when you are from the management background? So then I start boasting about my surgeon life. So I'll just give you one example. uh, I was sitting in the interview round of IIM Lucknow, and in my introduction I had mentioned that I like to write. So they had asked me to recite me a poem of mine. And I remember how this discussion shifted from business, economics, current affairs, history, to literature, Ghalib, and uh, Mir and Munawar Rana interview that I had taken. Uh, so it shifted to basically Sarjana talk. I discussed, how my batch had published the first colored magazine of BIT Sindri, how we had worked countless nights for that. And I remember the professor telling me that if you are selected for IIM Lucknow, then you should join the literature club of IIM Lucknow, that is 42. So yes, this is one thing that I still remember.
Very truly said, Sarjana for all of us is like a temple that we all want to return to, no matter where and how far we have gone to. Of you, I just reminded of the fact that we cannot define ourselves as one single personality. There are so many personalities living within us. But one of the defining personalities is the work that we do, our career. And unfortunately, in Indian societies, most of the careers are derived from the public opinion at large. So, I would like to ask what are the myths related to your profession and what is the magical part that you enjoy in your profession?
Okay, so a few myths related to management would be, the first myth would be that everyone thinks that corporate life makes you a slave. That is number one myth. uh, uh, Number two myth would be, that in corporate life people run only behind money. That is their prime motive. And the third motive would be that work life balance is very much disturbed in corporate life. So whatever I'm saying, it's my personal experience that I have had with corporate life till now. So I think these three are big myths, because uh, in my work life I try to make a good work life balance, and I try to give time to my hobbies. I try to travel. I like to travel. I like to sit with my family whenever I get time, and I like to do all other things. So recently I have bought ukulele, and I'm trying to learn to play ukulele. So what I'm trying to say is that work life balance would be disturbed if someone wants to. That's their personal decision. If they want to give too much time to their corporate life, then definitely uh, uh, there is no going back. But if you want to enjoy your life along with your work, then that is definitely there in corporate life as well. And the magics of corporate life would be that is that people appreciate you for your work. If you have that skill, if you have that interest that is aligned with your role, then you can do miracles there. You can uh, be awarded in terms of incentives. You would get early promotions if your skills are, your interests are aligned. And another magic would be that with time we realize, let's say that for now, initially I was working as an my role was initially product manager, and let's say now I feel that I can also be good at negotiation. I can be good with talking to people and signing the deal. So I had this opportunity of role shift. So now I have come to a completely different role, that is India revenue lead. That is completely different from the previous role. So I think role shift is also very much possible in corporate life, and it can make you do great in life. So yes.
Okay, and thank you so much. I sincerely hope that these myths, the three myths you talked about, remain a myth even down the line. And
Yes,
the
I hope so.
acknowledgement part, the appreciation part that you talked about, it is one of the most beautiful and one of the strongest traits of leadership, that you want to lead your team, acknowledge and encourage. So that is one of
Perfect.
the most
Exactly.
beautiful things. And then the next question is to you too. How are business skills different from engineering college? And how do they help in shaping our personalities, taking different roles, different responsibilities, and getting the global exposure?
What was the last line? Getting the
Global exposure.
global exposure. Okay. Engineering and management. Okay. So I think poles apart, I would say, because I do not even remember how my 4 years of engineering passed, how it went away. I think it just flew. Whatever I'm talking, it's definitely personal experience. So engineers are kind of jugadu people, so we just try to do everything at the last moment in engineering. That is number one. And another thing is, we procrastinate when we are engineers. So we delay everything, and we do not take anything seriously until it comes. It is like the river is flowing, and now the situation is a flood. Now we have to do anything. Otherwise, the situation is going to be definitely very cumbersome. So I think when in BIT, I never worried about time constraints, deadlines, and we had luxury to go out, watch movies, read novels, and a lot of other things, and also do time pass and all. But IM life, was completely different. uh, I remember it was the first day of IM Lucknow, and we were asked to report to the academic block hall at 8:59 at night. So that was the first day. So my parents were there. So we had gone to Lucknow market to for shopping. So when I went there at the hall, it was 9:01 or something, and the door was already locked. And there were a lot of people with me who were outside that gate because the gate was closed at 8:59. So that day, I understood the meaning of 5959 in my life. And it was same throughout for 2 years. So what I believe that, MBA made me a responsible person, definitely, because now I understand the value of time, and how different MBA life was. The pedagogy of our college was structured in a way, though it was very hectic, but I think it helped us to, have the holistic overview of the corporate life, be it communication skill, be it presentation skills, be it specialization in the subject, be it negotiation skills, uh, which is used in the company life day to day. So I think the time constraint, the pedagogy, it helped me to be a more responsible person. And now when I am in the corporate life, I feel less stressed, because now, I can manage time. I can, do smaller things in those little breaks. So I think now I can manage times. Earlier, I was not able to do that. So yes, that is the benefit. Now you're on.
Okay, thank you so much for taking us vicariously to a management school. So the next question is a little bit different from what we were talking about so far. In the fast-paced, ever-evolving digital world where our lives are bare open, it is open to everyone, and we have got an easy access to each and everyone's life. Our emotions are quite on verge of impulsion. So, do you think we have decoded how to control the highly stimulated zone of emotions? And if yes, what is your mantra when you talk about emotion? Anil, your take on this?
So, ma'am, I think I would completely agree with Anand sir and you here, because nowadays what we see, people are out of patience, and they get very easily agitated, very easily irritated, and somehow they do not even realize that what exactly they are doing. Maybe because they do not even sit uh, alone for some time and do that, thinking that what exactly their emotional weaknesses are, and how to overcome it. So I remember we used to, read four pillars of emotional intelligence and management. So I remember two of them. One is self awareness. So when we understand and when we analyze what exact our emotional weaknesses are, then whenever we are on that verge of, losing our temper or losing our patience, then we will be realizing, that this is my weakness, and now I have not to, lose my control. Now I have to be patient. Now have to be, uh, have to control on my anger. So that is where self awareness comes into picture. And another, as Anand sir was telling, relationship management. So nowadays people are, most of the time they are at social media platforms. They talk to people at Facebook, Insta, or dating platforms. So they do not even meet people personally. They do not even talk to them. They do not even learn from them that how they work on their patience, how they work on their anger. So that is where relationship management comes into picture. That is where literature comes into picture. That is where art comes into picture. So whenever I sketch something, so I have an imagination that I have to sketch uh, that lady with her kid, who were begging outside, or let's say some emotional thing that I have seen recently. And on that I have to write a poem. So that scene is going through my mind. I am, I have seen one kid begging for some money so that he can survive for in his life. So now I have analyzed it. I have seen his frustration is in his life, and now I am giving words to them. So when I think, then I am able to find some words, and that process gives me, a sense of realization that what people go through, what everyone goes through, and how we should behave in those situations, because everyone has that emotional, weakness. Even I have my emotional weaknesses, but when we realize what our weaknesses are, then definitely we are going to work on that. And I remember there is a very famous uh, line that, it is better to think before you do rather than doing before you think. So I think it makes all the difference. And yes, that is my take.
Yes, Anil, very nicely said. The point that you made about self awareness is more likely closer to acceptance of the fact that, okay,
Correct.
you are losing somewhere in your emotional part. So kill it before you spill it. So
Right.
that is a mantra that you said it very nicely. Now, switching on to the writer's mode, this question is to both of you. Do you two still write? If yes, can you please one by one share anything, something that you last read or wrote about? Starting with Anil.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I still write and read because that is something I do even in the most deleterious pages of my life. So it reminds me of Faiz Ahmad Faiz साहब. हम परवरिश लौहे कलम करते रहेंगे जो दिल पे गुजरेगी रकम करते रहेंगे. So yes, I find time to read and write. So yes, I can recite one of my poems that I have recently written. Uh, Not very recently, but yes, I like this poem. So yes, I would love to recite this poem. I have opened my mobile in case I forget. Uh, so मैं नहीं चाहता, मैं नहीं चाहता पढ़ी जाई मेरी कविताएं परिवर्तन रैलियों में. मैं नहीं चाहता पढ़ी जाई मेरी कविताएं परिवर्तन रैलियों में, जिससे आए कोई इनकलाब और निज़ाम बदले अपना फैसला. मैं नहीं चाहता कोई आशिक तोड़े अपनी माशुका का दिल, फिर सुनाए मेरी नज़्म और मनाए अपनी रूठी प्रेमिका को. मैं नहीं चाहता कविताओं से व्यापार, बेचना अपनी कविताएं और भरना तिजोरी. मैं चाहता हूँ शबो रोज लिखूं, और जब भी लिखूं तो रोटी लिखूं, पानी लिखूं, कि मेरी हर कविता पे मिटे हर गरीब की भूख और लौटे उन होठों की मुस्कान. मैं बस इतना ही चाहता हूँ.
लौट गई हमारे होठों की मुस्कान अनिल. Thank you so much. But what are your personal and professional goals that we have already listened? I would just like to ask, what are your literary aspirations? Again, down the line, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, what is your literary aspiration? Where do you want to reach, and where are you right
That.
now?
So my aspiration is to read a lot. Definitely, writing comes, as a side product to me, but my aspiration is to read a lot. And I remember someone's line that, पढ़ना भरना है और लिखना छलकना है. जब तक आप पढ़ोगे नहीं तब तक आप छलकोगे नहीं. So I think I have a long way to go. I have to, read a lot more to be there, so that, I can say that yes, I have read a lot of books. So my aspiration is that.
Thank you so much, Anil. This line is definitely to be remembered. पढ़ना भरना है और लिखना छलकना है. बहुत
Yes,
सुंदर.
ma'am.
So Anil, now straightforward questions. Preparation tips for students aspiring for management studies. Why to go for management? How to go with it? Since when should we start preparing for?
So frankly, ma'am, there is no fixed formula. So everyone can have different strategy, but I can share how I prepared for it. So basically, my strategy, was to finish the syllabus before July, because in November or December, usually CAT exams are there. So my thought was to finish the syllabus before July, because I used to come from office, then I used to sit at night, and then I used to study. So that was pretty hectic for me. But for those people who are, not in job and uh, preparing at the same time, they have a lot of time. So maybe they can go through the basics, in a broader way. They can complete the syllabus before July, and after that they can join mocks, because in CAT examination mocks help a lot. So I used to give mock every alternate day, and the other day I used to analyze them, because then I used to understand what is my weak area, and I used to work on them. So cat is more about being smart and at the same time being able to be selective, because in the question paper what you eliminate, what you leave behind is more important. It is not being emotionally attached to the question and waste your time, because there are a lot of good things and people in life to be emotionally attached to rather than being with a question. So that is one. And why management? So everyone has different reason. My reason, was that I'll be able to make decisions for my organization. My decisions will be valued, and that will be on a big, on a larger scale. There is a big push theory. So it says that until and unless you expand yourself, you are not going to be in that decision making area. So I think. On my personal front, it made me to learn the value of time as well. It made me disciplined, and also gave me this uh, uh, you know I'm able to now make decisions and when to do it. So having a work experience is a good thing to have, is a advantage. But definitely freshers are also doing great when it's about cat, when it's about MBA. But workex definitely helps. But it's good to see the selection criteria of every top college, because they have different selection criteria. So based on that, people can make their decisions.
Thank you, Anil. I'm sure that the students who are aspiring for management will be benefited from your tips and tricks. So, last question, not exactly question, the closing remarks that you would like to give to our audience before we close the first segment. Then we'll be moving towards the rapid fire question. That will be rapid, quick. So, any message that you two would like to give to the audience? We'll start with Anil.
Okay. Ma'am, I have one message that, if a boy from such a rural area where electricity reached a few years back can work hard on his dream and be there, then I think everyone can. All it takes is a purpose. That is my message.
Thank you so much, you, for staying with us for so long and allowing us to go deeper into the leadership labyrinth through your experiences. I'm sure our audience got a legitimate opportunity to get a step closer to their goals and dreams after listening to some great stuffs that we put together here. So now let us switch the tone and get to the fun side. Will be quick. It will be completed less than 15 minutes. Within less than 15 minutes, it is time for us to go to the rapid fire question. Rules are simple, that there are no rules, only one single rule, that you have to be quick, you have to be prompt in answering, no thinking before you answer. Anil, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
I will change the sequence, okay?
Sure, ma'am.
Morning or evening? And why?
Evening, ma'am, because I do not wake up, in the morning. I wake up only because of meetings.
Okay. Favorite management mantra, a quote you might be remembering that helps in leadership.
Okay. Sooner or later, those who win are those who think they can.
Okay. Very nice. Best advice, not take it.
Not take it. Wake up early. I'm still working on it, because I have
So
to wake
you are
up
still
early.
not taking that advice?
I'm taking, but I'm just waking sometime before meetings.
Okay, that's why you are an evening person.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Last book you read and the takeaway from that book.
Last book I read was, Ahmed Faraz poetry book. So, do not know what is the takeaway, but I remember a few lines. रंजिश ही सही दिल ही दुखाने के लिए आ, या फिर से मुझे छोड़ के जाने के लिए आ, या फिर सुना है लोग उसे आंख भर के देखते हैं, फिर उसके शहर में कुछ रोज ठहर के देखते हैं, ऐसे समथिंग लाइक दैट.
Thank you so much. Such a beautiful line. Your favorite stationery?
Pen, ma'am.
Pen.
Yes,
Which pen? Anything in particular?
anything in particular? Like every birthday, my father gifts me any Parker pen. So I use it every year.
Pen
Then
for a writer is such a thoughtful gift.
yes, ma'am,
Okay,
definitely.
your favorite written piece, other than what you recited in this session?
My favorite written piece. Mine only.
Yes, you were only. I think you are a writer.
Okay. This is going to take time. Uh, just let me think. Okay.
Anything
Uh,
that is coming to your mind.
okay, I can remember. बंदूकों और बारूदों से भरी इस दुनिया में तुम्हारी एक मुस्कान काफी है दुनिया के सुंदर बने रहने की.
Very nice. Any particular person you want to dedicate this to?
Every kid maybe.
Okay, beautiful. Complete the sentence. I wish to write about.
Dreams.
Okay. Work from home or physical meetings?
Physical meetings definitely.
Okay. What keeps you up at night?
Up at night. Okay. Books. Number one.
Okay.
Then any comedy series,
Okay.
or sometimes random thoughts that keeps hovering over our mind. But
Okay.
yes, definitely books.
Okay. If your life was a movie, what genre would it belong to?
Okay. I think first of all, my life will not be featured in a movie till now. Okay. Anyways,
I will give you the options:
yes.
romance, horror, comedy, satire, politics, or none of the above.
Romance you can take off. Horror. MBA life was first semester was horror. Okay, and politics definitely not. I do not include in the discussion of politics. So none of the above actually.
Okay, we'll take comedy. You did not ask me to take
Comedy,
comedy.
comedy. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Take comedy.
Okay. The last question in rapid fire session is express Anil in one sentence.
One sentence. I think I have done it, but okay. I think this would be one शायरी of बसीर बद्र साहब. अपनी मर्जी से कहाँ अपने सफर के हम हैं रुख हवाओं का जिधर का है उधर के हम हैं.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Anil and Anand sir, for giving me this opportunity to moderate this session. It has been a wonderful session with two of you, and I will definitely look forward to getting in touch with you. With Anil for getting along with your reading aspirations, with Anand sir to get more deep insights for the legal system and the rights and duties that every citizen should have. And after talking to both of you, I realized that more than a writer, you do have a quite deep knowledge in the books that you should pick, the reading line that we should go for. So I will definitely propagate this message to all the juniors of Sarjana and the members of Vitan. So that we can share the books that we can recommend to others. Thank you so much, and all the best for all the future endeavors that you are planning to. Thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much,
much.
ma'am, for organizing.
सृजन विता